I'm Belle, welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday the 13th of March 2019 and yesterday, Tuesday, I went to group and weighed in. So I will let you know how I got on yesterday in a sec, but first of all I will let you know about my week. So firstly I want to say last Wednesday when I recorded my video last week, I was at a very low ebb. I had a horrible day, rubbish day. I'd broken down on my way to work. And then I had been towed to a garage and been told that my car wasn't repairable and just basically needs to be scrapped, and that for me was like a very stressful thing to find out, and I'm still trying to work out what to do. But I was really stressed last week, and you guys sent me so many lovely messages and comments and everything, and were just generally really lovely. So I want to start by just saying thank you so much for cheering me up. I massively appreciate it. So last week, and like my life at the moment, I've got a lot of change going on, and I am somebody who since I was a kid have always been a very emotional eater, and have always seen myself through, I don't like change at all. I'm a total creature of habit, and so any change for me is quite mega. And so since I was a kid, any stressful situations in my life, I have always eaten my way through them. You know, like I've always been the one who will have, you know, go into the shop and buy like not one donut, but not one packet of donuts, 2 packets of donuts, 2 packets of biscuits, you know, the big multi-packs of chocolates, the sweets, all that kind of stuff. And that's how I've always been, and that is definitely not out of my system at all. But I kind of made a conscious decision last week that I wasn't going to let what is happening in my life at the moment and the change that I'm going through affect my weight loss. And where I've had and actually what I chose to do was completely the opposite. So where I have got a lot of stressful things going on at the moment, I decided consciously that I'm going to make my weight loss a priority. So I've been up and down, faffing about in terms of my weight loss over the last couple of months, really. I've gone up a couple of pounds, down a couple of pounds, up a couple of pounds, down a couple of pounds. And I decided last Wednesday that I was really going to, well, I decided at the weekend actually before, that I was really going to focus for the whole of March and really give it my very best. And this week has really tested me. And what I've realised is, your result on the scales, I know sometimes like think, you know, there are unexplained changes on the scales, but really for me on the scales, my result is affected by basically hundreds, thousands of decisions over the week, where I can choose to give in to my natural desire and temptation to want to eat chocolate and biscuits and cakes and comfort myself while I've got stressful stuff going on, or I can make a conscious decision to be strong. And sometimes the chocolate wins, and sometimes my willpower wins. And this week my willpower has won every time, and I have worked so hard this week just to make sure that I'm not letting other stuff affect what I want. And what I've done is I've had my food diary on my desk every day. I've made sure that I've got food in that is quick and easy to prepare where I haven't got much time. I've made sure that I have eaten when I'm hungry, so that I don't ever arrive somewhere starving. Not starving, but you know what I mean, like susceptible to temptation, I guess, because I'm too hungry. But it's been a real challenge, like, but I've worked at it every day, and every day I've had, you know, tens of decisions every day, I guess, in terms of, right, you know, you've got some stuff going on. Do you want to eat a packet of biscuits, or do you want to eat a packet of mango? Eat the packet of mango. And that's what I've done. You know, when I'm out for a coffee, do I want to eat 3 slices of cake with my coffee? No. Just want the coffee. Call it a healthy A, small skinny latte, that's fine. Ignore the cake, walk away from it, get out of its way as quickly as you can, avoid the cake. And all week I've literally had temptation put in my way, and I have just had to have willpower and determination. That's it. Like I said in one of my what I eat in a day videos, like I was around my families, they'd cooked this big roast, goose fat roast potatoes, butter all over the chicken. It smelled absolutely incredible, and I just had to leave the house. Like I had to come back here and eat my salmon and just be determined. And obviously I could have eaten their veggies and could have taken the skin off and probably had a bit of chicken, and it probably would have been okay, but I just wanted to make every decision as good as it could possibly be, and I've just had to take it day by day really. But I was so determined this week that even though everything else is kind of going on, I just thought this is one area that I can absolutely control. So yeah, I'm proud of how I've done this week. So yeah, I've enjoyed things like mango this week. I have had strawberries. I showed in one of my videos, I found some frozen nectarine and peach slices in Sainsbury's. They were lovely. I did a meat-free day on Monday. I had some really nice Cauldron Lincolnshire sausages. Most of my meals have been like something like a meat or similar, veggies and chips or something in the act to fry, just because it's like quick and easy to prepare. It's on plan. So I've had like the corn peppered steak burgers. I've had those lovely, I've found some really nice Cajun chicken like grills, I guess, so like big chicken breasts with like a Cajun marinade in Sainsbury's. Once in each. They were absolutely delicious. You do them in the oven, and I just had those, I think, with chips and salad. Things like that where you don't have to do loads of prep. You can just like throw a salad on the plate, chuck some potatoes in the act to fry with some fry light and some seasoning, chuck the chicken in the oven, and then you've just got a really easy on-plan meal. I haven't really done anything like exciting in terms of cooking this week. I haven't done like, you know, fantastic recipes or anything like that. I just haven't had the time. I haven't, you know, I leave for work early in the morning, I get back late, I've got a lot on my plate at the moment, and I just don't have the time to cook like loads of fancy recipes. But for me, like on Slimming World, you play it to your own life with whatever you've got on at the time. Like at the weekend, I have more time. I can actually cook like recipes and things like that. In the week, I just can't. I have to rely on things like these chicken breasts you chuck in the oven, or like the corn peppered steak thing that was a free food, or frozen fruit, or whatever it might be. Just like, you just have to like eat whatever works for you in your life at that period of time. But this week, yeah, I have really stuck to plan, and I've tried really hard. So yeah, when I went to group yesterday, I was like hopeful, but I was also, I'd weighed myself a few days into the week, because last weekend, not this weekend, but the weekend before, if you remember, I'd been away, I'd eaten all kinds of rubbish when I was away, and when I weighed in last week, I'd had 1.5 pounds gain. But I was also really conscious, 1.5 pounds gain last week probably didn't really reflect how much I'd eaten that weekend. So I was sort of worried really that last weekend would have caught up with me at some point. And I'd weighed myself a few days into the week, and the scales were like higher, and I was like, oh god, it's catching up on me. I've got to be like super careful. So when I went to weigh in yesterday, I was a little bit wary, because I knew that I had worked my absolute backside off all week. But also I was kind of conscious that the weekend might catch up with me, but I hoped that I'd have a loss. So went to group, and I lost 1.5 pounds. So my weight loss today is 2 stone 4.5, and I weighed in at 12 stone 2. I weighed in at 12 stone 2. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. 1.5 pounds off, and I feel like it's actually not just like what the scale said yesterday. I feel like I'm like back in the zone. I feel like my motivation's there, and I feel like, yeah, I haven't let what could have been me going absolutely off the rails this week with everything that's going on, I haven't let that happen. I feel like I have been determined all week. Now, that's not to say going off the rails, eating all the biscuits and chocolates and cakes and everything is out of my system. I'm realistic enough to know there will be times ahead over this tricky time where I will probably be slightly weaker and I will give in to it. But I just want to take one day at a time and keep focused. I'm aware that Easter, I often have a couple of days off plan. I love hot cross buns. I love Easter eggs. And I think like Easter's like 5 weeks off or something like that. So if I can just keep going day by day, focused until the end of March, and then hopefully focused into April, and then hopefully, I know this isn't the right way to look at it, but hopefully when Easter comes, I will have some really good losses under my belt, and I can have a couple of days enjoying like Easter treats and then get back on it again. So what I'm proudest of this week really is not the result on the scales, but that I haven't given into temptation where I definitely could have done, and I haven't used it as an excuse, and I haven't let what's going on affect what I'm eating, and I've actually used it as an opportunity to have an area of my life that I can control, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's my week. I haven't really got much else to say. I've done quite a lot of what I eat in a day videos this week, so you've seen what I've eaten. I will continue to do them going into this week as well. I really enjoyed doing Meat Free Monday this week, so I will continue to do that as well. The only other thing I wanted to say, and I have mentioned this in a video a few weeks ago, is I'm on Instagram as well. Lots of you lovely people are also following me on Instagram, so thank you. But if you have sent me a request to follow me on Instagram and I haven't accepted you, could you either send me a little message or just comment on this video and let me know your name on Instagram? Because if it's not really obvious, I've got a private Instagram account and I don't accept everybody. So if it's not really obvious that you are following my journey, or you're doing Slimming World or another, you know, weight loss plan, I'm not going to know to accept you. And if it's not really obvious from your own Instagram, I won't know to do that. So I'm not being rude, I promise. But if you send me a little note or just comment on this and let me know that you've sent me a request, then I'll know to accept you, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is my week in a nutshell. Gosh, I've managed to do it in under 10 minutes. Normally I talk for hours. But anyway, I hope you're all having a really, really good week. And if you haven't weighed yet, good luck. Hope it all goes well. If you have weighed, let me know how you're getting on. I'd love to know how your journeys are progressing. And moving forward for the week ahead, I just want to carry on doing what I'm doing. Focused on it, trying to enjoy nice on-plan food, filling up on free food where I can, speed food. Yeah, that's my focus really. I would love to lose 2.5 pounds next week. That would make me just delighted, because I'd get my 2.5 stone. So again, I have got it a while ago. But yeah, I would love to lose 2.5 pounds next week. So yeah, everything crossed for that. But yeah, good luck with your next week ahead, and I hope you're all doing all right. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you next time in my next video. Take care. Bye.